You found out your spouse is cheating. Now you're wondering, will they lose the house? Will they get less money? Will the court take their behavior into account? Many people are surprised by the answer. Because in Washington state, infidelity may not affect a divorce the way most people think it does. One of the most common questions I get is, what if my spouse cheated on me? Doesn't that matter? It's a fair question. In this video, I'm going to explain how infidelity may or may not impact a divorce in Washington state, and what issues people should actually be paying attention to during the process. Hi, I'm Charlie Shane, and I'm a Washington state lawyer. I help people navigate the issues in divorces all the time. And when someone discovers that their spouse has been unfaithful, emotions understandably run high. Many people start immediately questioning, will the affair affect property rights? Will the court punish my spouse for having the affair? Will I get more because of the affair? And what about the children? A lot of people think that they have to prove the affair, or they come to me wanting to explain all about the affair and how horrible their spouse has been. They may gather text messages, collect screenshots, spend time demonstrating exactly what happened. And while that information may feel important personally, it may not always be the most important issue legally. And that's because Washington is a no-fault divorce state, which means your husband or wife can be a serial philanderer and it doesn't matter one iota to the court, except under certain circumstances. In a divorce, the court's focus is often on issues such as property and debt division, parenting arrangements, child support, spousal maintenance, and each party's financial circumstances. In general, the court is not going to consider the affair, but there are limited circumstances where the court may consider the affair. One of those is waste. This is where, let's say, your spouse took their lover off on an extravagant vacation and spent a lot of the marital assets on their lover. In that particular instance, they may be liable for those expenditures. Also, in reference to parenting plans, maybe your spouse is having an affair with a child molester, and your spouse has exposed the children to that molester or has a relationship with that molester. Well, certainly that's something that needs to be brought to the court's attention for your parenting plan. So those are some limited circumstances where the court might be looking at the affair. That's why one of the most important things you can do during a divorce is separate the emotional issues from the legal issues. I'm not here to tell you that doesn't mean it's not painful and it's not something you need to talk about. So when I have a client who has this type of situation, I try to help the client focus on the questions that matter most. What does the financial picture look like? What assets and debts are involved in your divorce? How will the parenting arrangements work? What decisions need to be made today that could affect your future years from now? When people understand these issues clearly, they're often better equipped to make informed decisions throughout the divorce process. If you're facing a divorce and have questions about how Washington law may apply to your situation, schedule a consultation with my office. We'll discuss your circumstances, we'll answer your questions, and we'll help you to better understand your options moving forward.